Sorry, I had to end the live. That's the one we're recording before now. But I need to hear if you can hear me. I need to hear if you can hear me so that I don't just keep talking and you can't hear me. So if you are here, just let me know that you can hear me. Sanju, hi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. "22 minutes gone." Oh. Okay. So I'm going to assume that you can hear me. Yeah, so in that case, you're welcome to episode 19 of the Monday Night Live sessions. And I would like you to help me share the link to this live. Share it to your WhatsApp status, your WhatsApp story. Yes, your Facebook story, just so that other people can be part of this conversation. God bless you. And then I asked you to bring some popcorn. Here's my popcorn. And I also have a drink on the side to wash it down. Yeah, so today is not for Bible study or prayer. Today is, we're learning and we're chilling as we are learning. Okay. So I asked how our Valentine celebration went. Nobody has said anything, but I shall know that you people had a good time. It's all right. So we're looking at loving without losing yourself. Love without losing yourself. We want to look at how to love without losing yourself. I have to hold this a bit so that the audio can be loud enough. Or let me just drop it. Okay, welcome. I'm seeing some new people. Please let me know in the chat, in the comment section. Can you hear me? Just put yes if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Just put yes. I'll be okay with that. So I know whether to continue or not. Great. Thank you, Theo. God bless you for joining this live. So tonight we are talking about love without losing yourself. That's what we're looking at. Yeah. So Theo, how was your Valentine? Did you celebrate Valentine? If you celebrated the Valentine, I'd like to know. Oh, it was good. That's great. That's great. That's great. All right. So we're going to just continue now. Love without losing yourself. That's what we're looking at. So let's start by talking about what love is. Let's talk about what love is. I'm leaning in like this because of the audio. Right? So let's talk about what love is. In your opinion, I'd like to hear from you. What is love? What do you understand by love? Yes, I want to hear from you. So put it in the comment section. What is love? Or what does love mean to you? Oh, nobody's saying anything. Okay. Well, in my opinion, I believe, okay, somebody's saying family and loved ones. That's good. In my opinion, I believe that when we want to look at the subject of love, we have to look at it from two different angles. there are two sides to love. It's just like the way we have a coin, right? We have a coin and it's one coin, but it's two sides. There are two sides of the coin. So you have the head, you have the tail, right? Now, when we are looking at the subject of love, there are also two sides to it, right? And then these two sides, what are they? Number one is excitement. Excitement. And then number two is commitment. So there is an excitement side of love and there is a commitment side of love. There is an excitement side of love and there is a commitment side of love. Now let's look at the excitement side of love. The excitement side of love, this is what we call the emotional side of love, right? The excitement side of love is the emotional side of love that has to do with things like the attraction, right? The attraction between people, the chemistry between people, the passion, the feelings, the butterflies in your belly, the joy of finding or discovering someone new, someone that you share maybe similar interests with, and all of that. All of these things make up the excitement side of love, right? And it's this excitement side of love that we are very familiar with. And that's honestly the part that a lot of us look forward to when it comes to the subject of relationships. We're looking forward to the excitement side of love, right? Because, when we are excited, our emotions are high, right? And then you see that we can easily give this person compliments. We can easily tell them, oh, you look good, you smell nice, and all of that. We can, we can show up for them, even when it's not convenient. We can make sacrifices, and we don't see it to be anything. We don't see the weight of whatever we are doing for them. We don't count it. It's just like what the Bible said when it was talking about how Jacob loved Rachel. After he was deceived, the Bible said that he had to work another 7 years for Rachel. He says, but those 7 years seemed like nothing to him. Why? Because of the love that he had for Rachel. So when you talk about the excitement side of love, you're talking about the emotional side of love. Where you have pleasant feelings towards this person, and because of that, it is easy for you to compliment them. It is easy for you to show up for them, be there for them, even when it's not convenient for you. It's easy for you to spend time with them. You want to take them out. It's easy for you to engage in activities with them, right? This is what we call the emotional side of love, or the excitement side of love. And it is based on this excitement side of love that we now define love to be, the feeling of strong feeling of attraction or affection between two people, right? If you go on Google now and say, what is love? One of the top definitions that will come up is a strong feeling of attraction or affection between two people. I'm saying that this definition is based on the excitement side of love. Now let's look at the commitment side of love, right? The commitment side of love. This is the decision side of love. The commitment side of love is the decision side of love. Right? We talked about the excitement side of love and we said that's the emotional side of love. It has to do with how you are feeling. But this commitment side of love has to do with your decision. It's not about your feelings, right? This is the decision side of love that has to do with things like choice. You stay with someone not because you just feel like it, but because you decide to, because you choose to, right? So this is the decision side of love. And then also, this is the part of love that has to do with sacrifice. Sometimes, going out of your way just to communicate to that person that you love them. It has to do with things like selflessness. Sometimes you put them above yourself. You consider them, more than yourself in a given situation. It has to do with loyalty. It has to do with consideration. It has to do with making them your priority. It has to do with responsibility, being responsible for their well-being, handling their heart with care. You are careful that I don't want to hurt this person, and then you look out for them. You are rooting for them to win. All of these things make up the commitment side of love, right? Also, the commitment side of love is the side of love that does not rely on feelings to act. Excitement side of love is based on how you feel, but this commitment side of love is based on your decision. You decide to. It's not because you feel like it. You don't wait until you feel like calling them or texting them before you text or before you call. No. All right. Then also, this commitment side of love is the side of love that makes you to, amongst many other people, choose this one person, and then you are committed to them. You are loyal to them. You are faithful to them. This is the commitment side of love. Now, in talking about loyalty and, choosing one person amongst many other persons, let me break it down. Now, every one of us, we have something that is called a sense of appeal, right? Every human being, we have a sense of appeal. In simple terms, this just means what you like. Every one of us, we have what we like, all right? What we like, foods we like, drinks we like, and then we have things we don't like, right? So that is your sense of appeal. It also applies to people. It applies to everything, actually. But then we're looking at, in the context of people, you have sense of appeal when it comes to people. That's why you see that you like a certain kind of people. You like people a certain kind of way. For instance, you see some men, they like fat girls. That's it. They like fat girls. They don't, your sense of appeal is not something you sit down and decide to do and say, okay, you know what? I am going to like fat girls. No. You just find out that you like these qualities, or this particular quality in people. That's your sense of appeal. All right. It's the reason why you like tall guys more than short guys. It's the reason why you like slim ladies more than fat ladies. Every one of us has got a sense of appeal. That's the point. Now, the reality of life is that out there is no way that it is only one person that has all the qualities that appeal to you. It is not only one person that has the qualities that appeal to your sense of desire. Whatever your sense of appeal is, there are 1,001 people with that quality. So if you like tall guys, for instance, you can't tell me there's not only one tall guy in the world. You have many tall guys. If you like fair ladies or slim ladies or fat ladies, you have them millions, right? Now, we are saying that the commitment side of love is what makes you to look at more than maybe 10 people, 100 people with all of the qualities that appeal to your sense of desire, and then you choose one of them and you are committed to that one. Not because they are the only ones that appeal to you. You see what we're talking about? The commitment side of love is the decision side of love. You just decide to be with this person. Not because they are the only ones that appeal to you, but because you just choose to, right? You forsake all others and then you cleave to them. I think it was 2 days ago, I was having an online meeting on relationships with a particular fellowship. And then at the end of the teaching, somebody asked a question and said, is it possible to love two people at the same time? That's what the person asked. And then I told the person that it is possible to be attracted to two people. In fact, more than two people at the same time. It's possible to be attracted to many people at the same time. Why? We all have a sense of appeal. Again, your sense of desire. So because of that, anyone that has those qualities you desire, you find yourself naturally attracted to them, except they now possess some other qualities that turn you off. I believe you're understanding me, right? So the person asked, can I love two people at the same time? And I said, you can be attracted to two people at the same time. But then when you choose somebody, it is your choice. Your decision to choose one person and be committed to that person. You see that choice or that decision, that is what has graduated, or that is what now defines that you love a person. I don't know if you get me. You are attracted to two people and then you leave this person. You choose this other person. Your action is what has qualified now that you love this person. That's what I'm trying to say. So the decision side of love, or the commitment side of love, is the decision side of love that has to do with your choice. Staying true to one person. This is the side of love that we mean when we say for worse. You know, when you're taking your marriage vows, you say for better, for worse. This commitment side of love is what will help you to fulfill that vow. Because every one of us is easy to love when things are better. But how about when things are worse? How about when things are not going the way they should go? Can you still love? If you say yes, you will still love, then we're talking about the commitment side of love. Because now it's not necessarily about whether it is exciting for you to love that person or not. No, but you are deciding to. Commitment. The commitment side of love is what makes you stay loyal to a person. Everybody is faced with the temptation to cheat on their partners. Everybody is faced with the temptation to, go on an adventure with somebody else. So many people don't get up and say, you know what, I want to cheat on my partner. No. Most of the times, it just comes with attention from, you just see somebody showing you some kind of attention, and you are like, okay, let me just play along and see where this thing goes. And before you know it, you have gone too far, right? But then loyalty is what makes you say, no, I'm not going to give into this. I intend to stay faithful to my partner. So any form of unnecessary attention, I'm going to shut it down so that I don't do what I shouldn't do, right? So the commitment side of love is what makes us stay loyal, right? So when we talk about the commitment side of love, it is on the basis of the commitment side of love that we can now say that love is a commitment. Love is a responsibility. The responsibility that makes you to seek the well-being of another person. You want them to be happy. You want them to be joyful. And so all that it takes for for them to be joyful, to be happy, to be fulfilled, you now become that, all of those things in order to make that person happy. You are looking out for their well-being based on commitment. Now, the excitement side of love, the commitment side of love, both of them are important. Love cannot be only about, sacrifices, pain, forgiveness, loyalty, faithfulness, and all of that. No, the excitement side is also important because love should not be boring. Right? Love should not only be about sacrifice. Every time you are the one doing sacrifice, every time you are the one, going out of your way, inconveniencing yourself. No. Love should be a beautiful balance between excitement and commitment. Love should be a beautiful balance between excitement and commitment. That's what healthy love looks like. If you are loving somebody or you're in a relationship where it is only about commitment, it's only about forgiveness and all of those things we have mentioned, only about responsibility, only about making them your priority, nothing about the relationship is exciting. Nothing about the relationship is fun. Nothing about the relationship interests you. Everything is just boring. No communication, no laughter, no jokes, nothing. That's not a healthy kind of love. You're in a relationship where the only thing both of you do is prayer. After prayer, you don't communicate, you don't go out, you don't do fun stuff. That one is not healthy kind of love. Don't over spiritualize anything. It's not healthy kind of love. So a healthy kind of love is a love that has the balance, beautiful balance of excitement and also commitment. Also, if you're in a relationship where it is only about excitement, you go out, you eat shawarma, you take ice cream, you come back, and then that's all. You talk and you communicate. No, you don't talk about deep stuff. You don't talk about reality. You don't talk about the future ahead of you. You don't talk about serious things. You don't have tough conversations. Conversations, that can sometimes make you uncomfortable, but then it is good for the relationship. If you are just in a relationship for the excitement of it, for vibes, for cruise, for flexing, that is not also a healthy kind of love, right? So a healthy kind of love has a beautiful balance between excitement and commitment. Now we are looking at the topic love without losing yourself, right? Now, the concept of losing yourself, this is where it comes from. Now we have talked about, love having to do with both excitement and commitment. Now, let's talk about the commitment side of love. Because love on the commitment level now, because love is patient, right? Love is sacrificial. Love is selfless. Love is forgiving. Love is being responsible. Love is being loyal, staying true, putting up with the flaws and excesses of people, because of all of these things that love is. Most of the times when you are in a relationship and there are challenges, or maybe your partner is you see certain flaws and all of that, the side of you wants to take a chance on them. Let me put it like that. The commitment side of you is what we say, okay, I don't just want to run away because there's trouble, or I don't want to run away because I'm not seeing everything I should see in this relationship. I want to give it time. I want to be patient with this person. I want to see if they are willing to change. I want to see if they are willing to grow. Right? The commitment side of you is what makes you stay even when, things are not as rosy as you would like them to be. That's the commitment side of things, right? Now, let's say in your relationship, you are with a partner who has maybe a certain bad habits, and then because you love them, you're like, okay, I'm not going to run away just because of these bad habits. I want to be able to love you through and through, and then hope that you change from these bad habits. Hope that you realize that this thing is wrong, and then you make a change in your life. So at that point in time, you are choosing to be patient, which is the commitment side of a relationship, right? Because patience is a virtue, and you are doing the right thing by being patient with your partner. You are patient, you want to be patient with them so that they can grow, so that they can become, like the best version of themselves. But now that you are committing to them by being patient, or by forgiving them when they do something wrong, when they offend you, or when they cheat, or when they do something that they should not do, you are choosing the commitment side, to still be there. That's a good thing. But then the reality is that for every time that you commit, for every time that you give some level of commitment in a relationship, the truth is that you are sacrificing a portion of yourself. That's the reality. For every time you say, there's a reason why you should abandon that relationship. There's a reason why you should move on with somebody else. There's a reason why you should go for a divorce. There's a reason why you should end things with that person. There's a reason, valid reason. A reason that if anybody should hear that this is the reason why you are leaving, they'll say, you have tried. You can go. You self, you don't try. Your reason for wanting to end things or to leave is valid. But you say, no, I don't want to. I want to, hold on to this person. I'm hoping that they will change. I'm hoping for things to be better. I'm saying it's a good thing. That's the commitment side of love. But then I'm saying that every time that we activate that commitment side of love, the truth or the reality is that we are sacrificing a portion of ourselves, right? It's like when you are donating blood to a dying person. A person is dying and they say, oh, right now this person needs a blood donation. And then you say, okay, they test you and they say, okay, you are compatible, you can donate blood for this person. And then they start to, drain your blood so they can give the other person. It's a good thing you are doing. Your cause is very noble. If there's anybody that has ever donated blood, just to make another person live, that's like, I don't see anything higher than that, because blood is life. You are giving your life, actually, literally, to somebody else. So that's a good thing. But then, do you know that it is possible for them to drain your blood to the point where you can die? There is a limit to where they should not exceed. Just because you are trying to save somebody else, I'm saying that you can die. That's the point. That's what we are discussing today. How do I love? Because love entails me, giving myself, inconveniencing myself sometimes, just to make things work. But at what point can I now say, this one is going beyond the limits? This one is exceeding, like I gave an illustration now. You are giving blood to save a life. At what point, where is that limit? Where do you draw the line and say, please, mark by me? Not because I want to save somebody, you not drain all my blood, all the blood in my body. That's what we want to talk about. how to give love without losing ourselves, how to donate blood in quotes without dying. That's what we are looking at. How to give love without losing ourselves in the process, right? Now let's look at what it entails when we say one is losing himself or herself in the name of love. When somebody is losing themselves because of love, what does it look like? Number one, you see such a person shrinking in order to be accepted. Shrinking in order to be accepted. So let's say you are this outgoing person, you are jovial, you are an extrovert, you're always happy and all of that, and then your partner makes you feel like, why are you all over the place? You know, they always find it, you know, like something is wrong with you for being the way you are. Or maybe you are the type that's quiet, you are reserved, you are introverted, you don't really have so many friends. They make you feel weird for being you. And so, for them to accept you, for them to validate you, you find yourself shrinking. You find yourself, you know, you need to reduce the volume of your personality just so that, you know, they can accommodate you in their lives. You are losing yourself when you do that. In the name of love, you are losing yourself because there is a primary personality that you have. As I'm an introvert, all right? Introvert means that, you know, I like my solitude, I like my space, and I enjoy my alone time. You know, I'm not depressed. I can spend the whole day inside my house and I'm happy, I'm joyful. I'm reading books, I'm listening to music, I'm writing. You know, the introverted person, they recharge. When I say recharge now, they find energy from, you know, being alone. It's their nature. It's how they were just made. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing weird, there's nothing strange about it. An extroverted person, if they stay like that, the way an introvert lives, they can die. Why? Because they draw energy from activities, people, socializing, relationships, and all of that, right? But now you are in a relationship with somebody that finds your personality too much. They make you feel like you are doing too much because you are jovial. So because of that, you need to shrink in order for them to accept you. If you do that, you are losing yourself in the name of love. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have to shrink yourself in a relationship so that the other person can accept you, so that they can validate you, so that they can approve you, you are losing yourself in the name of love. Also, number two, how do you know when you are losing yourself in the name of love? You silence your needs to avoid conflicts or keep the peace. There are many things on your mind that you want to raise as concerns, but because maybe you have raised concerns in the past and you know this person has always made it a very big issue. Maybe you talked about something that you not like that they did, you know, and instead of them to just apologize and say, okay, it won't happen again, promise to change and actually change, you know, they make it a big issue. They can say, oh, you are disrespecting me. Just because you told them this is what you did and I don't like it. They say, oh, you are disrespecting me because of that. Or, oh, I feel insulted because of that. Because you spoke your mind. Or because you pointed out something you don't like. And so over time, you learn to, you know, not raise your concerns. You learn to silence your needs. Things that are really bothering you, you just over time, you become this person that you don't speak your mind anymore. Why? Because you are trying to avoid conflicts. You're trying to avoid it. You're trying to, you know, to keep the peace in quotes, right? Ochuko, you're welcome. Thank you for joining this live, right? Once you find yourself that you are silencing your needs just to keep the peace, just to avoid conflict, I don't want quarrel, I don't want issues, but something is in your mind that you really don't like, and you need to tell this person, but you're like, I don't want any issue, let me just keep it to myself. Once you do that in a relationship, you are losing yourself in the name of love. Number three, you abandon your dreams to keep the relationship. You have ambitions, you have goals, you have visions. There are things you want to do. You want to do your master's, you want to do your PGD, you want to do your PhD, you want to own a fashion house, you want to own a hair factory. Whatever your ambitions, your goals, your dreams are, you had these dreams before you met this person and got into a relationship with them. But guess what? You get into a relationship with this person, and rather than for them to, push you towards your dream or encourage you, fan you to flames, be the wind under your wings and help you fly, guess what? They try to suffocate you. They make you believe that, why are you dreaming so big? Those are unrealistic expectations. They water down your ideas. Every time you have this bright idea, you have this genius plan, but then you share it with them and they're like, what's there? They make you feel very insignificant. They make your work seem very ordinary. Once you abandon your dreams just to keep the relationship, I've seen people that, maybe as a single lady, they told them that, this one that you have, you are rich like this, you have money, you have a car, you built your house as a single lady. No man will marry you because you have built a house, you have bought a car as a single lady. If you know what is good for you, you better sell this car, sell this house. If not, no man will marry you. Or this your job, they are paying you higher than, the person you are dating. Your salary is probably 3 times, 5 times more than his own or her own. And the person is saying, no, I cannot be dating somebody that is earning this figure more than me. And so the person wants you to resign from your job if that relationship should continue. Once you abandon your dreams because you want to keep the relationship, valid dreams that you are passionate about, dreams you have nursed in your heart, nurtured in your heart right from when you were a child. I was talking to someone today and she was telling me of a childhood friend that, she had always been passionate about fashion. How she wants to have her own fashion house, her label and whatever. And today she has a fashion house. She has her own brand and everything, right? Imagine somebody, because you're in a relationship with them, they tell you that, which fashion house? No, if you're going to be my wife, you must be a full-time housewife. And you have passion. If you now abandon that your passion, abandon your purpose, abandon your dreams, your goals, your ambition, just because you want that relationship to work out, madam, you are losing yourself. You are losing yourself in the name of love. Number 4, you stop doing things that matter to you. Yes. You stop doing things that matter to you just to please this other person. So let's say you are the kind of person that, maybe as an adult, I've seen adults, I'm one of them. I enjoy watching animation, right? And I've seen other adults that try to make you feel very funny. That, as an adult, why are you watching animation? Excuse me. You don't like it, I like it. It's not a problem if you don't like it. That's you. But don't try to make me feel funny because as an adult, I like animation. No, there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. It's just my preference, right? And so let's say I'm in a relationship with somebody, and the person says, you're an adult, Sophia, for God's sake, why are you watching animation? And because of that, slowly, I stop watching animation. I stop doing stuff that I like to do. I stop doing stuff that matter to me. The moment you stop doing the stuff that matter to you, you stop engaging in hobbies or activities that really bring out the best in you, activities you enjoy, you are losing yourself. Number 5, you feel anxious when they are unavailable. You feel anxious when they are unavailable. So they don't call you for 2 days. It's bad. You're in a relationship and then for 2 days your partner they have not heard from you. They don't know where you are, what you are doing. It's not good. But then, just because you've not heard from this person, you want to die. You cannot breathe. You are already... Emergency asthma don't owe you. Why? You feel anxious when they are unavailable. You suddenly... Have you heard people say, I cannot live without this person? Yes. Like they literally cannot live. We've heard it of, people, students, they go and drink sniper because one guy broke up with them. One lady broke their hearts. You just lose, as in, oh my God. If you feel anxious because your partner is unavailable, you are losing yourself. Okay? You tolerate disrespect because you don't want to lose them. That's number 6. I'm telling you how to know when you are losing yourself in the name of love, in the name of relationship. You tolerate disrespect from your partner. Why? Because you don't want to lose them, or you don't want to lose the relationship. Your partner can talk to you anyhow they like. They can insult you even in the presence of people. They can body shame you. You are fat, or whatever. They are the ones that will be saying in the presence of other people, say, you just fat like food. And you too, you are there. You tolerate disrespect. Why? I don't want the relationship to end. I don't want to lose this person. You are losing yourself. Because you don't want to lose somebody else. You are losing yourself. All right. Number 7, you constantly adjust your standards to avoid being called too much. So, like I said in the beginning, every one of us have a sense of appeal, a sense of desire. Let's say I'm a single lady and I desire a certain quality in my man, the man I want to marry, right? And then most times when you mention the qualities to certain people, they say, in this generation. Let's say as a lady, I want to marry a man that is a virgin. Let's say. In this time and age now, you see people that will say, a man that is I beg, your standard is too much. Your own is too much. Where do you want to see that kind of man? Blah, 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 blah. Whereas that's your desire. That's your standard. And the reality is that there are men out there like that. There are not many, but there are men like that. But you see, once you have to reduce your standard just to accommodate, you know what I've discovered? A lot of times when we fall in love, in quotes, the first thing we do, the first mistake we make is that we abandon ourselves. It is all about this person. We are not looking inwards for our own needs, we just abandon ourselves. The focus, the spotlight is on this person. We just abandon ourselves. So you have a standard for I can't be with a disrespectful person. This person is disrespectful, but you make excuses for them. Anytime you have to reduce the standard, you adjust the standard. They do something they shouldn't do. They hit you, for instance, you are cutting this person. This is not marriage, this is courtship, relationship, and they're already beating you. And it is a standard for you that you cannot marry an abusive person. But guess what? You say, it will change. You make excuses for this person. You constantly adjust your standards. You are losing yourself. Also, number 8, you lose your confidence. By the time they disrespect you in the presence of people, talk to you anyhow, they neglect you emotionally, at the end of the day, you look at yourself and you're like, you feel worthless. You lose your self-esteem. You lose your confidence. Once you find yourself losing your confidence, losing your voice, you can't speak up about things you don't like, you are losing yourself. You lose your confidence. In the presence of people, you can't speak because somebody has told you you are worthless, you are too black, you are too fat, you are too tall, you are too you are too thin, you are too something. And all of that has eaten your self-esteem up. The moment you realize that you have lost your confidence, your self-esteem because of a relationship, you are losing yourself, ma. You are losing yourself, sir. Accepting broken promises as a pattern or as a norm. This person will make a promise, and don't worry, I'll make it up to you. They stood you up, or maybe you organized, or rather, you both planned that you were going to go out for dinner. And then this person, they don't show up. You go to the place, you wait for them for 1 hour, 2 hours. They don't show up. And then maybe it's after 2 days, they'll not send you a message that, don't be sorry, I had other important things to do. You forgive them. Sure, a good partner should forgive. You forgive them. The commitment side of love, right? Forgiveness. And then you say, okay, I'll make it up to you. And then you plan a makeup dinner or a makeup outing. Guess what? They stand you up again. They don't show up. You will now accept broken promises. They take you for granted, and you yourself, you accept it. You too, you don't take yourself seriously again. Somebody just constantly breaks promises and expects you to understand repeatedly. You are losing yourself. There should be a point where once you are being taken for granted, You see, as human beings, we have that awareness. When we are being cheated, we are being lied to, we know, deep within us, we know. But guess what? We always try to make excuses. It's because of traffic. It's because of where he's working. Anybody that is claiming to love you, if they mean to do something for you, they'll find a way and they'll do it. But once they're always making excuses, they can go out of their way to do something for somebody else. But when it comes to you, they already know that once they just tell you that they're already taking you for granted. You don't get everything you want to do. Once you find that you are always accepting broken promises as a pattern, as a norm, they're always taking you for granted, you are losing yourself. And then the last one is you look at yourself and you cannot recognize yourself anymore. One day you just look at the mirror and say, wait a minute, who have I become? This is not me. This is not me. Why? They've eaten your self-esteem. You have lost your confidence. You take disrespect. You take broken promises. They take you for granted. At the end of the day, you look at yourself and you say, this is not me. Who have I become? In the name of love, in the name of being an understanding girlfriend or an understanding boyfriend, you have lost yourself. So if you accept these things I just mentioned, you are losing yourself in the name of love. Yes, it's good that in a committed relationship, you are understanding, you are patient and all of that. But there should be a line. Draw a line. Draw a boundary. You can't keep cheating and then you expecting me to just understand and be forgiving you. Why? It's either you change or I leave the relationship. That's it. So now let's look at how do I love without losing myself. We just looked at, things that when they happen, that you are losing yourself. How do I love without losing myself? Which is the main thing concerning today's episode. Number one, love yourself. The number one way for you to love without losing yourself is to love yourself. Yes, ma. When you love your life, just like the illustration I gave, when you love your life, you will donate blood with sense. When they are draining your blood to give somebody else, they will get to a point, you say, please, don't kill me. Oh. Me too, I want to live. Why? You will love your life. As much as you want to save somebody, as much as you want to be committed in that relationship, you can't kill yourself trying to prove that you love someone. That's my point. So love yourself. That's the number one way to love without losing yourself. Love yourself so much. You see, one thing I've discovered is that we delegate the responsibility of loving ourselves to other people. Yeah. We don't love ourselves enough. We are waiting for other people to love us. Some of us, the very first time we heard as ladies that, you are beautiful, we did not know we are beautiful until somebody told us. The very first time that you went to an eatery and you had ice cream, you had, all of those fancy stuff, it was sponsored it was courtesy of somebody. You have not yet built a life that you love. That's the point. Build your life and love that life that you have built. That's the number one way that you will love without losing yourself. Yes. That's the love. I remember, I used to tell people this joke a lot. I said when I was in school and, sometimes we take a bike to where we're going, maybe to class or back home, and the bike man is driving somehow. I used to tell him, I said, oh God, please slow down. My future is bright. Don't kill me before my time. What am I trying to say? I love my life. I love myself. I love me. And I don't want anything to happen to me. So the number one way for you to love without losing yourself, love yourself. Yes, love yourself. That's what the Bible says. Say, love your neighbor as yourself, which implies that you must first be able to love yourself. And then with that same intensity, how you love yourself, you can now from that love give somebody else. But many of us, we don't love ourselves. That's why we can take disrespect. That's why we can tolerate rubbish in the name of a relationship, in the name of love. You don't love yourself. You don't love yourself. Number one way for you to love without losing yourself, love yourself. When you love yourself, it will be clear to you when you are being mistreated. It will be clear to you when somebody is taking you for granted. And you will gladly and boldly, courageously walk away from that kind of relationship. It is when you don't love yourself that you will stay and take anything that they throw at you. No, love yourself. All right. Number 2, choose yourself. Yes, sir. Choose yourself. That's another way for you to love without losing yourself. Choose yourself. There's something my mentor always says. She says, you are the most important person in your life. Yeah, that's what she taught us. She said, you are the most important person in your life. No matter how much you love somebody else. Oh, I love my parents. I love my siblings. I love my daughter. You are the most important person in your life. Because there is only one you. You are the most important person. It may sound selfish, but it's the truth. So if you are with somebody, and then instead of you to become better, you are becoming worse. Instead of you to appreciate, you are depreciating. Instead of you to, move up, you are declining, you are coming down. Choose yourself. Have you watched those movies where, maybe somebody is falling down from a cliff and then another person, tries to save that person? If you notice the other person is going down, you have to let them go. Not because you are a bad person, but because if you allow them, they will pull you along. The both of you will die. So choose yourself. You are the most important. When that relationship becomes suffocating, it's not allowing you to express, who God has made you or who God has called you to become. Choose yourself. Why? You are the most important person in your life. Number 3, know yourself. These are ways for you to love without losing yourself. I said love yourself, number 1. Number 2, choose yourself. In a situation where it looks like, should I choose me or the relationship? You choose the relationship, it's killing you, it's suffocating you. Please choose yourself. Let the relationship go. Number 3, know yourself. Yes. Know yourself. When you know yourself as a person, you will know the kind of person that will into your life. I cannot be a round hole and I'm looking for a square peg. No. When I know myself and I know that I'm a round hole, I'll be looking for a round peg. A lot of us, we have not discovered who we are. We have not discovered ourselves, our purpose, our vision, our identity. Nothing. We're just existing, just living life. You wake up, eat bread, drink Coke, just catch vibes, post on TikTok, sleep. Next day, continue, repeat. No meaning to our lives. Know yourself. As a person, when you know yourself, in fact, it is when you know yourself that you will know what love, you can be able to interpret what love is to you. I know what love is to me. And so when I'm not getting that thing, I know that, this person is trying, but you see that love, it has not hit that mark. Know yourself. I saw a post one time that said, if you are guessing whether you are loved or not, the chances are you are not loved. You know why? Because if you are loved, you will know. You will not be guessing. Love is not something that you need to sit down and calculate and say, am I loved or not? No, if you are loved, you will know. But how will you know? Know yourself first. When you know yourself, like we talked about loving yourself, you have first given love as a gift to yourself. When somebody is giving you the gift of love, it will be familiar. You will understand that, this person loves me. Why? Because I have first given love. It will not be strange. You will not be doing rocket science. Does this person love me or not? No. You will know what love is. Why? Because you know yourself. So know yourself. That's another way to love without losing yourself. Number 4, don't lose your individuality. The fact that you are now in a relationship or you got married, it doesn't mean that you are erased as a person. No, you are still an individual. You still have a mind of your own. You still have your personal interests, your personal goals, your personal, visions and the things you want to accomplish with your life. This one applies to a lot of us as married people. Yes, somehow marriage is the goal, and so you get married and you just relax. As a single lady, sometimes you see that you are so purposeful, you're purpose driven, you have this, there are many things you want to achieve. But then, because marriage is like the number one thing on that list, the moment you hit that goal, you tick it on we just relax. Just get married, have children, relax. All of the visions, all of the purpose and all the things you were running with as a single lady, everything just dies down. No, don't lose your individuality just because you now got married. Don't lose your passion. Recently I started visiting my passions again. What are the things I really want to do or I like to do? Yeah. What are the things I like to me? This is not about anybody. Me as a person. What are the things I like to do? Go ahead and do them. You don't need to lose your individuality just because you're in a relationship or because you got married. You should still be able to chase your dreams, follow your passion, build that life that you desire. Number 5, enforce boundaries without guilt. We're talking about how to love without losing yourself. Learn how to enforce boundaries without guilt. Learn to tell people no. And that no is a complete statement. You don't need to explain it. Somebody says, can you? No, I can't. Learn to tell people, this thing you did, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable with this thing you did. Or this thing you did, this thing you have asked me for, I need some time to think about it. Don't let people pressure you to give an answer immediately. No. Learn how to politely enforce boundaries without guilt. This is one of the ways that you can love without losing yourself. I did a video. I think that was like my first video that's visual, that's video on YouTube, because at the time I was doing voiceovers, right? It was a faceless channel. And then at some point I transited to, that was like my first video. How to say no without saying no. There are many ways you can say no to a person without using the word no. A lot of us, we feel guilty when we tell people no. We not say, because I don't want them to think I'm a bad person. You not say yes. And then you are the one fighting with yourself because of the inconvenience of saying yes when you should have said no. No, learn how to enforce boundaries. This thing you did, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable with this thing, And, the goal is not to hurt the person you are telling no. The goal is for them, as in for you to know, their response to it. What is their response when you tell them no? Do they feel like, you have insulted them or what? Watch out for their response when you tell them no. Does it work for them as well? Or your no, they cannot take your no. You need to revisit a lot of things again. So enforce boundaries without guilt. Number 6, stop making the relationship your only sense of worth. Some of us, we have built our lives around a person, around our husband, around our children, my mentor will never forget that statement. Say, you are the most important person in your life. There's something she jokingly says. She said, even your children, it is in this world that you met. You didn't come with them. You are the most important person in your life. We have built our world around that person, our partner in a relationship. So when they shake the relationship, hey, you say if you won't die. You don't have a life of your own. You see that? No individuality. You have totally erased yourself because you got married or because you found yourself in a relationship. Stop making the relationship your only sense of worth. The moment that some people, relationship ends, their life has ended. They don't have any other thing again. That relationship is the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega of their life. That should not be you. All right? Also, make sure that you are not staying in that relationship because of fear. There is a different thing when you are choosing to be maybe in a relationship that has challenges. Commitment is what says, even though things are hard, I'm still choosing you. Why? Because I am hopeful that things will get better. Things are hard right now, but I'm hopeful that things will change, things will get better. So I'm holding on to you. That's commitment. But what's it called now? Losing yourself is when you are afraid. It's not about I'm hoping things will get better. It's not about commitment, it's fear. It is fear that is keeping you in that relationship. And there are different kinds of fear that keep people, in toxic relationships where they lose themselves. The fear of I'm already old. If I leave this person now, in fact, since I've been with this person, no other person has asked me out. If I leave this person, will anybody ask me out? I'm not going to start talking stage again with somebody. You see, the fear of starting afresh. For some people, is their age. For some people, is they don't just want that label of this person had a failed relationship. Yeah, me, I've already posted this person and that person on my Instagram. People already know that we're in a relationship, about to be married, we're engaged. So if I lose this person now, then everybody will now know that my relationship failed. It did not lead to marriage. You see, what is holding that person now is not love. Oh, I love this person and I want to stay, even though things is not love, it's fear. So make sure that if you are staying in a relationship that is challenging, at the core of your choice is love. And that love, we are talking about the commitment side. I want to hold on until things get better. It's a willing choice. It's not because of fear. I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to lose this relationship. No, you are losing yourself just because you don't want to lose the relationship. And then lastly, let your love be in alignment with your identity, your values, and your purpose. That's why I said a lot of us have not discovered who we are. So we don't even know who should fit into our lives. Any value that you have. You see, when love should add to you, not, remove or erase you. No. Not delete you. No. Not belittle you. Love should add to you. It should top up who you already are. That's what love should do. All right, so I'm going to be stopping here today. We've talked about what love is. We looked at the excitement side of love. We looked at the commitment side of love. We also looked at things that you can look, at and say, oh, these things, if they are present in your life, you are losing yourself in the name of love. We looked at about 8 of them. And then now we are looking at points on how to love yourself, or rather how to love without losing yourself. So I hope that you have learned how to love without losing yourself. Yes, don't be in a relationship where you are not comfortable, but you shall want to just patch it and make it work so that it must shall lead to marriage. I was telling somebody in the course of this week, I said, look, the goal is not just to be married. The goal is to be happily married. The goal is to marry right. That's the goal. It's not just to be a Mrs. and Mr. No. The goal is not just to have a ring on your finger. No. The goal is not just to log into your Facebook and change your surname. That's not the goal. The goal is for you to be happy. The goal is for you to marry right and marry well. That's the goal. So until you meet somebody that you are sure that this person is someone that can fit that desire to marry well, to marry right, and to be happy, don't settle for less. Don't settle for less. Don't try to make it work by force. No. So this is the end of episode 19 of the Monday Night Live Sessions, Love Without Losing Yourself. And I hope you've learned 18 or 2. Next episode is our 20th episode. And I started something when we got to episode 10. That's Do You Still Do? So that one is going to be dedicated especially for married couples. So I'm going to have Do You Still Do 2.0 next episode. So stay tuned. More fun stuff are going to happen. We're going to look at a lot of good topics, and God will help us so that these things, we're not just hearing them, but we are actually learning and applying them to our lives. So I'll see you again in the next episode. Bye.